Hi everybody, how are you all doing? Are you all feeling happy? Well, I am very happy. You know why? Because today I'm going to be sharing one of my favorite stories with you. But before we get started with the story, let's all warm up a little bit. So everybody, let's all rub our palms together till they're nice, warm and toasty. Yes, exactly like this. Come on everybody, rub your palms together. Well done. And now take your hands to your eyes. Wow, that feels amazing. Bring your hands forward and start wiggling your fingers. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And as you keep wiggling your fingers, take your hands up, 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 up. Where did my hands go? You can't see them, but guess what? My fingers are still wiggling. Bring them down, 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 down. Take them to the right. Keep wiggling, 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 wiggling. Take them to the left. Keep wiggling, wiggling, wiggling. And now let's take our hands round and round and round and don't stop wiggling. And now the other way around. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Very nice. And now shake your hands. Shake, 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 shake. To the right, right, right. To the left, left, left. Up, down, and round and round and round and round and round and round and round. Well done. And now put your hands together and do this and put them on your tummy. Take a deep breath and ha! What did we do? We just did a loud ha. Can we do this one more time? Bring your hands together like this. Place them on your tummy. Take a deep breath and ha! Lovely. I feel wonderful and I'm all charged up now to share a story with you. Now, before I get started with the story, let me give you a few hints. So, what is my story about? Or rather, who is my story about? Okay, so I'm going to act out like the main character of my story. And you have to guess who this is. Did I just roar? Yes, I did. Can you all roar with me? You're right. This is probably a creature that roars. But I think this hint is not good enough. I need to add a few more hints. All right. Let me give you hint number 2. And this will probably give it away. So this animal has a huge mane. Yes, you're right. Absolutely right. And some of you guessed it right at the first go. I'm talking about a lion, the king of the jungle. Now everybody, let's give out a loud, roary, lionistic, majestic roar. 1, 2, 3, roar! Well done. Okay, now that you've guessed the first creature in the story, well done to you on that. Let me go to the second one. Now, this creature is really tiny and it wiggles its nose like this. It has whiskers. It has teeth like that, very sharp teeth, and it loves to nibble. Nibble on cheese. Did I just give it away? Did anybody say? Okay, let me give another hint. This little creature also squeaks. Squeak, squeak. You're right! It's a mouse, a tiny little mouse. So, now that all of you have guessed the characters in this story, it's time for us to get into the story. So, everybody, open your eyes wide and open your ears and open your minds because it's story time. Once upon a time, in a deep, dark forest, there was a big cave. And inside that cave lived a big, very, very dangerous lion. Now, everyone in the forest was very, very scared of the lion, and nobody dared to go near the lion's cave ever. Now, the day our story starts, the lion had managed to catch his prey, and he had eaten to his heart's content. His belly was full and he was happy. Ha 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 ha! Wow, I loved my meal. It was lip smacking. Good, roared the lion. And then, wow! The lion yawned and stretched. After that wild chase the antelope gave me, and the delicious meal thereafter, I deserve to take a nap. The lion was so sleepy and so full that he could barely keep his eyes open. And so he sat inside his cave, yawned widely, stretched properly, and fell into a deep, magical sleep. Now, as the lion was sleeping, everybody around the cave was quiet. Nobody dared to make a sound. All the animals tiptoed back into their homes and hid in different nooks and crannies in the forest. Nobody wanted to disturb the lion. Now, in the forest there also lived a tiny little squeak, 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 squeak busybody, a tiny little mouse. And this tiny little mouse was always on the lookout for food. And this tiny little mouse did not realize that while looking for food, this tiny little mouse had wandered away from her home. And she continued looking for nuts and tiny tidbits to eat. And then she too was tired. So she let out a tiny little yawn like this. And then she rubbed her eyes, and then she found a nice, cool, dark spot, and she lay down over there. She had had a long day, so she too fell asleep, and she was snoring very softly. And then, after a short nap, she woke up. She was still groggy and she wanted to find her way back home. She woke up, rubbing her eyes. She moved about in this place, and then it was too dark. She bumped into something. Something cold. And then she heard something. She opened her eyes, and for the first time, she heard something. And can you guess what she heard? All this while, she had not heard the lion's loud roaring snores because she was in deep sleep herself. But now she was standing face to face with the king of the jungle. She was right at the lion's nose at once. When she brushed on the lion's nose, the lion opened his eyes and frowned and saw this tiny creature before his eyes, and he said, Who dares to disturb me? Who? Sorry, Your Majesty. I don't know how. I wandered into your cave. I didn't realize it was too dark. I'm sorry I woke you up, Majesty. Your Majesty, please forgive me. Please, please, please. I will not forgive you. You have made a big mistake, you tiny little mouse, and I am going to now make you my meal. But Lion, I think you've already had a good meal. Please, please, please let me go. I'm so tiny, I will not fill up your tummy. I'll get stuck between your teeth. Let me go, please. I will not spare you, little mouse. I'm gonna eat. Please, please let me go. I promise one day I will help you. The moment the mouse said that, the lion burst out laughing. You, Tiny, are going to help me. Ah, well, because you made me laugh, I will let you go. Besides, I've already had a big meal and I'm not that hungry. Thank you, Your Majesty. You will not regret this. I promise. I will help you one day. Go on, little mouse, go on. I spare your life. The tiny little mouse scuttled out of there, and the lion rolled back on his back and fell asleep again. All was forgotten, and many, many days went by. Now, on another day, after many days after this incident, at the cave, the lion was once again looking for something to eat. He was very, very hungry once again. And this time, he wasn't as lucky as the last time. He just couldn't find anything to eat. And he moved about here and there and reached a very distant part of the forest. The lion usually did not come so far away, but today he was very, very hungry. And as he was looking about for food, suddenly something fell on him. And he looked around and he was scared. The lion, the king of the jungle, was scared because he was now trapped. There was a big net that had fallen on top of him. There were hunters who had captured the lion. The lion looked about desperately for help. He roared, "Rah! Help me! Help me!" But there was nobody there who could help him. After struggling here and there, trying to get out of the net, the lion finally gave up and resigned to his fate. He knew that now he had no chance to survive. So he put his head down and closed his eyes. And just then, a sound startled him. It was a tiny squeaking sound. Squeak, 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 squeak. The lion opened his eyes and looked. And what did he see? He saw the same mouse whose life he had spared a few days ago. And the same mouse was using her sharp teeth to gnaw at the net. She looked at the lion and she smiled and she said, "Remember, I told you, one day I will help you." And using her sharp teeth, she bit into the net and she worked really, really, really hard. And after hours of hard work, the net was all cut open and the lion stepped out of the net. He looked at the tiny creature. He was tired. He was grateful. He was happy. He was free. He looked at the tiny creature, sat down, tapped her on her tiny little nose and said, "Thank you, my little friend. Thank you. Thank you for keeping your promise, for saving my life. Thank you for proving me wrong. I feel like such a fool because I laughed at you. But you, little one, have proved that it doesn't matter if you're small or big. All you need is a big heart and lots of courage. And you, little one, are full of it. Thank you." The little mouse smiled and she bowed down and said, "It's my pleasure, Your Majesty. It is absolutely an honor to have helped you." "Oh, I'm going to tell everybody about your bravery. Oh, everybody is going to clap for you, applaud for you, because you, little one, have proved that small or big, it doesn't matter. You, little one, are braver than me, the king of the jungle." At once, the tiny mouse bent down and said, "Thank you." And the lion put his paw out in friendship. The mouse did not know what to do. "Come on, hop on," said the lion. And the mouse hopped onto his paw. The lion placed her on top of his big head and went back to his cave. And that's the end of the story. I hope you all enjoyed the story as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. Have fun and don't forget to share it with others. And I'll be back soon with more stories. Bye bye.